Welcome in, collective. Whenever you all get in, thank you so much for all the support, likes, comments, and subscribes you all give me. It means the world. We're gonna jump into this reading. I don't know what's gonna come out of it. Um, I just got the urge to do a reading. Give me 2 cards for the general energy spirit. Okay. 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Those are the 2 cards with the 4 of Wands on the bottom. Who's on the split? The 3 of Pentacles reverse. So it seems like you are, this waiting period is still continuing. Um there's still some energy of not knowing what the divine wants you to do next as well. It's popping up. But there is an energy of waiting and seeing where the divine's trying to lead you next. With the 7 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, you've planted all your seeds, and now you're waiting for the divine to kind of um gather yourself. It's like there's a need to like reunite with yourself. Something's not working on the external, um or the internal. This could even be like something that you're doing that's not working. Spirit needs you to walk away from that and come to yourself, because you're about to start getting this energy to start working back on projects. It's like this like it's felt like a drought of energy, you know what I mean? Like you've been energized to do what you need to do, but not in the sense of like having much left. You know what I mean? Um yeah, but there is like this processing of your feelings, the actual feeling of your feelings, letting the vibrations that come upon you that enlighten you in a sense, that really stick to you. You're allowing them to enlighten you, to balance you back out. Um and you're seeing where you almost strayed away. It's like the divine needs you to look at the past. If you are in this self-reflective energy, the divine needs you to look into the past and use a more um upbeat thinking pattern instead of looking at the mistakes and seeing them as bad. Just see them for how they are, which is mistakes. Don't be hard on yourself, especially in this time. Don't be hard on yourself, because there's something about, for this is for the ones that's in this still like period of still like going back and forth between ending the cycle and jumping back into it. There's like, I mean, even with the moon popping out here to signify a cycle, with the Fool, it's still about this beat. The divine needs you to clear your mind, clear your auric field, clear your energetic field, so you can actually hear these next steps. Um, to move forward. Sorry, I'm getting like a lot of downloads right now. There is something as well for those that have been putting in work, and you are. This is like for the ones that's been putting in work, and you've been waiting to see what you need to do next. Um, what's going on with that then, Spirit? What's going on with that? But there does seem to be some sort of like idea, some sort of crucial idea. Yeah, there is a need to um there might be a need to be more specific with the path that you're wanting to take, because it feels like there's a lot of paths that you could take, but there's this one that you really want to do, but you're not sure of how to make the steps towards it, and you're needing to see the situation that you're in a higher perspective to see your way to that way, that path that you're wanting to take, because it's something about the divine, you know, waiting on you to make this next new step. Um, there could be some sort of obstacle blocking. Yeah, the Chariot reverse. Um, so there is something about going too fast as well. You might be feeling like you're running out of time. For some people, there's like this like really pacey, rushing energy. You're not out of time. You're not like rushing. You're doing just fine. But there is this energy of like it's like you keep looking back almost. For some of you, you think the past has a part of you when it's really the future that you need to look ahead of. It's the present moment that has that part of you that you're missing, not the past. Yeah, even with the sun coming up on that, I'm telling you, it's something about like this light. It's giving cheetah energy. Like it's giving cheetah energy. Like this sun is shining from within you. This vibrant, exuberant energy's shining from. But there's this need to go fast. There's this need to rush or get past it. You're not. It's like you took the scenic route, but you're speeding through the scenic route. You know what I mean? Like there's something you're not seeing or taking full advantage of that the divine is having repeat. And this could be like a cancellation of plans. This is something that you're enlightened about. Subconsciously, you're enlightened about it. But there's some sort of pattern that keeps happening, and the reason it's happening is because they're waiting on you to make the next move. They need you to move forward. Um, it is a thing where the divine is kind of like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's like days seem to be repeating, or the same actions seem to be repeating, and you keep trying to do new things, but it's because you're avoiding this one small thing. Um, yeah, and this is something that subconsciously you know. This is you seeing the truth of a situation. This is you needing to be honest with yourself so you can get to the bottom of why that is instead of deflecting it and saying that it's not yours or it's not your fault or something. There's a need to really dig into your subconscious at this time. And there is also some sort of like struggle like, with like changing the mentality that you've had. It's kind of coming up as well. But again, it's all about like this game of patience is different now. It's no longer like you're getting a definite answer from the divine. You know that you're gonna get something in return. But now it's like, what do I need to do to ensure that to happen? Because it's something about like this. It's something about your inner child's emotions, like the thoughts that your inner child thinks that causes this reaction of like panic and stuff. Yeah, even with the Nine of Swords coming up, thank you, Spirit. With this and the Seven of Pentacles, it's like you're afraid of what you've planted up. It could be an abandonment wound, or it could be like an abandonment wound, or like what is it called? Oh my God, when you don't feel like you should be in a position that you're in. Um, dude, I wish I could like I don't know. It's like this feeling of like you it shouldn't be you. You know what I mean? It's like why do you get to do all these things? What makes you aligned with these certain people? And you're seeing it from like a fleshly, a physical standpoint. I mean, a physical standpoint. Um, there might be a need to pay attention, like stand by and actually wait as well. There is just a huge energy of like waiting. There's something on the physical that you're waiting for, and you might be ramping up a bit of fear energy because of this inner child energy that's going on, um that needs looked at. um yeah, it's some sort of addiction Mm. So yeah, this is stemming from definitely like an inner child thing, but maybe it's giving at one point you were receiving your manifestations, you were receiving your rewards faster, and now that that slowed down, this inner child fear of oh is like is it gonna happen again? Is happening. This fear of being left out in the cold is kind of coming up again, even though you know that's not the fact. But it's some sort of like old way of thinking, an old way of wishing for things as well, an old way of using your feelings to manifest, you know, that's coming up. That you know, it manifests things in for you, but it doesn't manifest them. The manifestation is bound to something whenever it comes in, you know what I mean? Like there's some sort of emotion or feeling or lesson that's tied with it um, at this point, and it's because you're not being true to yourself and really nurturing the ideas that you're wanting to do. Like you're receiving the energy to manifest what you want, but you're not nurturing what you want. It's like, you know, you could be doing, oh, you know, I want to manifest fucking, I don't know, like ten, like, I don't know, like $30,000 so I can go on vacation. So then you end up manifesting that $30,000, but instead of going on vacation, you immediately worry about everything else that needs attention to first whenever that money was sent for vacation. You know what I mean? It's something like that. It's like using keeping on the same track of your manifestations and allowing allowing yourself to trust that the divine will help you move forward. But it's again, it's about this control, and this could be about you not having a lot of control as a child, and this boost that the divine gave you went through your you know I'm gonna say through your grand awakening because your first ones or your first major one's usually your grand. So it's like it's something about that awakening that really shown you how unique and beautiful you are, and is something I don't know. You might be feeling like the energy is kind of fading away, but it's not. The energy is always there. What inside of you is killing that energy? It's like you need to understand that all energy happens at the same time. And even though someone says something in like a happy manner or a very upbeat manner, you still might receive it as being sad or aggressive. And that's not because that person's meaning it to, but it's because something inside of you took that energy and turned it into something different. So making sure of that as well. And it's all these like tiny issues. These are like the not the tiny issues, but like the roots to why these people manifest in your life, the roots to why these events happen in your life, and it's the divine clearing these out, helping you clear these out so you're able to move on finally. Yeah, with the seven of wands, this is why you have all this energy but no idea what to do with it. With the ace of swords and the high priestess, it's not to be used just yet. It's more of what is it called? Potential. Yeah, it's potential, not kinetic. It's potential energy. Excuse. I don't know why I forgot. It's a word, but um, there's something about waiting. It's a huge. There's something huge about waiting. There's something that's literally like ending, but it needs you to push it to the finish line. And something is already ready to begin. Like there's some sort of energy that's held back and waiting for you to um take off with it. But there's some old cycle that needs to be beat first. And it's like you might notice this cycle as well and think, oh well, I'll finish this thing up or I'll do this, and then the cycle is complete. But then you notice when you do that, an influx comes in of more of that same thing. It's because that wasn't the test. That was the old bit that you had to finish up. You have to finish that to get the new. It's like you cleaned the area up for the new to come in, so you're needing to take that. The new is the actual test, you know, the new increase, the new income of whatever you seem to be, struck working yourself through, whether physically, mentally, emotionally, however, spiritually. That is the thing. But there's a need to spiritualize it with the Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. There's a need to come to yourself like heavily. There's like a heavy need to not only spiritualize where your thoughts are going, like keeping your mind in a spiritual energy, but also keeping in mind that what comes around goes around. Like these laws that we remember for other people, we tend to forget for ourselves. So there's a need to remind yourself always that like all the good that you do is going to come back to you, even if it's not like out loud, even if it's like a subconscious reminder, or even if it is out loud. There's a need to just remember that you can use your free will at any time to implement this positive or optimistic energy, this upbeat energy, this high vibration at any time. You can always reach it, but there's a need to actually do so. Your call out to receive that energy will work and you will receive it, but however you use that energy is on you, you know? Um, so being very aware of that as well. Yeah, because there is a lot of strength within you. You had the Knight of Cups, the Strength, the Magician, the Ace of Pentacles. This is just straight up like transmutation energy. There's something that it's like it needs. Man, there is something that like it could be like a physical object that you're needing to help transmute some sort of energy, or there's some sort of like you might even need a sage, or like Palo Santo or whatever the heck you gotta do, because there's some sort of energy around you that you keep getting away from, but it keeps coming back to you. And it's not because it's being like thrown at you, but it's because you're like almost entertaining the thought. And it's not the fact that it comes up and you shush it away, but it's like when it comes up, you play the game of, oh no, everything's gonna fall apart and everything's gonna go bad. Like that's the energy that you need to stay away from. While working with this, or working for or moving forward, So staying away from that energy, but also remembering that it's not bad to like allow these things to exist. Don't hold back anything. Allow everything to exist. You wouldn't want to be held back, so don't hold anything else back. Like allow everything to express itself as needed. But the Seven of Swords, why are there so many sevens? Spirit just wants you to stop. You know what I mean? It's this energy of just wait. And then we have justice on the bottom with the world following it. Like there is this energy of waiting. Like your thoughts are sabotaging you, and it's like your physical outside, like things that you're seeing are fucking with you. It's just like there's this energy of like waiting, because there's this like I don't know. Some of you might go through like an instant switch. I mean, like waking up the next day and then just being completely different. Oh my lord. But there is something about just needing to wait. Or this cycle is complete of you waiting on your justice, or you trying to think of why your justice doesn't come. It's like maybe you're trying to overcompensate as well, trying to think that you had done something wrong to keep something from moving on, so you started doing a bunch of things, and the divine's just trying to tell you to wait. There's something about this new moon. There's something. These planets are going like different. These planets are hitting different. I'm telling you. There's a lot going on, but this new moon is looking different. What is it in? I think it's in like what, Aries or Pisces, one of the two. I can't remember. But this new moon's is very important for restarts, for fresh restarts, for receiving and restarting. So being very aware of that, we are in this energy of it as well. But there could be a need just to make a decision as well. You're waiting to make a decision because you're not connecting to yourself. It could even be you actually waiting on making a decision as well because you know that you're not in the best place at the moment to make a decision. With the Ace of Cups to the Lovers reversed, this does tell me that you do have the idea from the divine. You do have this energy from the divine, but you're not doing anything with it. And it could be between like you just not knowing how to move forward, or you just being in a position where you're unable to even like fathom moving forward. You just need a minute to rest. You know what I mean? But regardless, the divine wants you to know they see you. And they see you moving forward. They want you to keep working on changing how you balance yourself out, or changing how you um see the tests that you receive on the physical. Don't allow these tests that you receive on the physical to uproar you and to throw you out of a whack. Instead, take control of them and see them from a higher point of view so that you're able to not necessarily solve the puzzle, but you're able to like, well, I mean, you know what I mean? Like you're able to get through the situation, but you're able to do so with a bit of dignity. And I don't know how else to say that. You know what I mean? Because the King of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles is something about, yeah, just moving forward, transmuting the efforts of work that you're putting in into like actually nourishing it with the Empress. But it's something about like I don't know how else to word it other than that. But it's all about nurturing. Spirit needs you to nurture your the outcome more instead of, and this could, this nurturing doesn't even mean working on it on a physical scale. Take care of it spiritually, take care of it emotionally. This is something with energy that you're trying to bring to life, you know don't get distracted by other work when you know what you need to be working on, because we have the Three of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the Hanged Woman, the Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Don't, you know what path to take. Don't take the wrong path, because it's something about like you could break this cycle, but there's something about you falling in or just not caring at some point and kind of just repeating it. And the divine's kind of using this to show you that you are ready with the Chariot to move forward, but you're not aligning with yourself to actually be able to choose an options, especially with the Seven of Cups coming out. It's like there's so much to do, or there's so much that you want to do. Or it even could just be, you're looking to get one thing, and then when you're looking to get that one thing, a bunch of other things pop up as well, and then you want all those as well. But it's a need to really solidify root chakra work. Do work on your root chakra. But it's a need to solidify yourself, standing in your own power, meaning it, not allowing things to sway you, especially things on the physical to sway you, and keeping on your spiritual path, whichever way it leads you. But there's some sort of lack of um, acknowledgement. Maybe a lack of acknowledgement of success that you have. You might be looking at success as further than where you are, but I mean, where you're at. And think about where you were before you were at, It was a success that you even made it there. It's just energy of getting comfortable, and that comfortability causes this uncomfortability. Um, but Spirit's telling you that this is what's going on. There's this time to move away from these thoughts. It's like they want you to know that, to be ready for this call to hit, because last time you didn't hear it. Last time you didn't hear the call. Last time there was some sort of change that you weren't ready to make. Spirit's telling you this time, though, get ready. The only one upright is the eight of Wands. Get ready, green light, fast action, get moving. Ten of Swords reverse, Judgment reverse, Death reverse. There's no need to change your mind, you know. You need to allow your feelings to rule you through, push you through this. And you're resisting some sort of change that needs to happen. And change can be scary, of course, but remember that it's only scary because it's new. With the Page of Swords, allow yourself to enjoy this. Especially if you feel like there's no other way out with the Seven of Cups reverse to the Page of Wands reverse and the Nine of Wands. This could be something that like really has you scared because you're not sure even how you would survive or do anything. But there's a need to have this childlike energy when you move on. When you're doing anything, cultivating this childlike energy, you know? Not caring what anyone says or what they do, just being a high vibrational, being happy just because. If you can be sad because you can be happy just because, okay? But there's a need to pay attention to this Empress reverse, okay? Because you're not paying attention, you're not nurturing yourself. There's a lack of nourishment that go towards your prod. This could be working on multiple projects, but you don't have the energy to push through on one of the projects, so you just work on it and then like, oh well, you kind of toss it off to the side. But there's a need to switch that up, and really sit down with yourself and make sure that you're getting the nourishment that you need. Because there, I mean, yeah, with the Hermit, I'm telling you right now, you like spirits kind of um it's like empathy sickness or something, you know? Like you've just felt so much emotion that you're just kind of over emotion. But you don't, you know that you're becoming a little cold or whatever, but it's not like you're trying to be mean. It's just like you just can't help it anymore. And yeah, you can get a reading. The links, you can email me or use the Google sheet in the description. But I got you. If you use those in the description, it has my email or the Google link that you could use. If you're wanting a reading. But yeah, it's this like numb energy where like you just felt so much emotion and you can't even feel. It's like it's not even the fact that you can't feel your own anymore. It's just like you really just can't fathom like because you've healed a lot. And it's one of those things where in every message you keep hearing, keep healing, keep going, and that might be getting irritating, but the divine's not necessarily telling you that because you're not healing. The divine's telling you it because you are healing. Even the Eight of Wands, they're telling you that you're doing good. They're letting you know that you are healing. When they say keep going, keep healing, you need to heal. They're not necessarily telling you that you are not healing. You're healing at your own rate. When a lot of people, when they get messages from the divine, we cannot speak their language. We can understand it as feeling, which is why we have a hard time understanding the divine. Literally, the closer and the more in tune you are with your feelings, with your heart chakra, the easier it is to understand the divine. They are not a language, they are a frequency, which translates to vibration. We can feel the divine. We can speak in similar vibrations as the divine with certain, like, but we can't replicate how they speak as we aren't in their form. We still operate off of a physical device to create the sonics to push, the energy out. But it's like I don't know. It's like just remind yourself, especially on a divine, when you're getting a message from the divine, if it's a collective reading, especially too. Whenever you hear the messages like keep healing, you need to heal. They're never telling you that you're not healing. It's there to show you the aspects of yourself that still need work because they will be the first things that you will jump to defend. And they're also there because it's just a general message of, hey, heal. They know that we're healing. They know that we can't be fully healed on this realm, and whenever we are, we will be off this realm. It's just how it is. But they want you to know that like they see the progress. What they mean by heal is the collective conscious, this part of consciousness that's been stained, this love part that needs to be healed to allow this connection, because there's a disdain that's happening, not only seen between people, but even seen between like themselves even included. Like the reason we're so separated is because of this, and the divine's trying we're trying to find out what's going on. Why is there this disconnect of love? Why, and it's less about finding the culprit and just finding the energy, really not, I mean, yeah, studying the energy to find out, like, in all the types of ways how what this energy could be. This could even be like a dog when you were a child not letting you pet it and you took that as a form of rejection. There's all sorts of forms of these things that need to be healed, and we're not fully aware of these things happening, um or when they happened, or how or why. um it's a collective remembrance of, like, not just remembering the big things but the small things as well. They all play a bigger role in it. So when they say heal, it's not about the big issue, it's about the tiny ones too. You can't forget about them. They will give you clues to this big healing, like this story of abandonment that you may be suffering from. There's something from that big energy, that big lesson of abandonment that they're trying to teach you. But there's a different way of looking at it. There's a whole new area. I'm like, I've been seeing it too. Like, I've been getting crazy visions the past few days. But it's like this group of people who are standing under like a light, and they're all dancing and partying, and the divine's trying to steer you towards this dark area, but you have all these other people being like, what are you doing, stay over here in the light. And the only reason why is like, when you get, walk towards that voice, when you walk towards it, it's like another spotlight with more people there. It's this journey of elevation. It's the resting spaces that you have, that you're conjoined with people, that you're together. It's the journey itself that's alone. And the divine's trying to show you that though you're with like groups of people, it's okay to go on your journey and move on. It's not that you're leaving them behind. It's more just your energy needing to be at that level for those people. It's a collective, just like helping. It's just how we're helping. We can't do much on the physical. We have to do everything spiritually, energetically, in that aspect at this time. The physical world has gone a little bit too nonsensical to ground itself, to say the least. We all have, as we do, we have different priorities, but we aren't able to exactly operate at this efficient level. I'll say that. That's what I'm getting at, this efficient level. And there's something. It's just like the energy is just so off. Um, that it's becoming more of a personal collective mission almost, instead of a collective mission. Uh, because in order to even really, and it's not like to put like a definite on it, but it's getting to a point to where you really need to be the one. It's like there needs, like, you need to step into the healing role, of being more than just like a healer, or like a card reader. You're a shaman, you're a healer. If you're reading cards, doesn't matter if you're what you're reading them for. It doesn't matter what kind of divination you're doing. You're doing some sort of act of that involves like this lineage, and like it could just be like a lineage of shamans that's about to wake up, that really need to hear it as well. But especially if you feel like you've been doing a lot of work on you, you most likely are a shaman, or some sort of healer in that regard, because there's a higher consciousness, there's a higher level, there's these positions, the energies that exist. Everyone can mess with them, but people will say these energies don't exist and that doesn't exist, throughout life. And even if everyone says that everything exists, there's still a part of them that says that doesn't exist, and that's because of some sort of boundary. And this goes on forever. You're not in That's why I always say you're not the first and you're not the last. You're not the first one to to do these things, and you're not going to be the last, because it goes back so far, you know. um because it's not just, what the ancestors have gone through, it's what the ancestors have seen as well. The body, the soul, the way the memory works, it's not something that's kept physically, it's kept on in the soul, in the crystallized form. And all that data's there, everything's there, everything's linked to it. Your sensory issues where you don't like being touched a lot, that is something that goes along with your ancestral lineage of like needing to heal that, needing to really be able to connect with yourself, and others, in that form of intimacy, in that form of really knowing who you are, and not allowing the the public to sway you, especially with religion, because all religion is doing is just keeping people stuck in this fear loop. All religion's doing is giving. I mean, that's a conversation for another day. For those that know, is no, but with the Ten of Pentacles reverse, nothing good is coming out of external viewpoint, and there is some sort of justice that's going to find you with justice. Um, it's these simple rules that we know, that we just forget. We limit ourselves to one way of doing something whenever there's infinite possibilities. We're in a realm of infinite possibilities. This entire plane of existence has infinite possibilities, but we've trained ourselves to keep it so monotheistic and just like one way and one sided, that like you don't understand like um how limited the world is. I mean, we have shit that exists that we can't even explain, and it's because we are not on the conscious level of the people, of the beings that were in flesh doing this shit before we even came, you know what I mean? So understanding that as well, like there's nothing that's impossible. So this even could just be like, and this could really even be like you were told as a child that you could do anything, and then you just grew up being bullied and told that you were worthless, and then told that you were worthless and you can't do anything by the same people that told you that you could do everything. And it's that confusion, it's that wiring, it's that rewiring of, oh, you can do anything, let me keep your hopes up when you're a child, and then hit you with what they like to call stone cone stole I can't speak. Stone cold reality. They don't want me saying that shit. What they want to call a stone cold reality is simply just their own existence. Either that's what they're damned to this lifetime, for that's what they wanted to experience this lifetime, or something else. But free will is at the hands of all. We all have it. But yeah, there's some sort of just dirtying of the water as a child to a childlike energy. Maybe people just made fun of you because you acted like a child too much, and that kind of like put you back in your shell. But it's like, even if you're out of your shell and you're very out there and like extroverted, even if you're one of those, there's something that you're not seeing. And it's not that it's bad, it's just the divine wants you to see something, because it's something's not connected. Yeah, because there's something that's not connected. There's something that's not connected. Like your thoughts and your feelings aren't connected. They're still disconnected. Um and that's kind of what the divine's wanting you to work, like focus on, is something is like reflecting itself to you in that manner. And again, it's not in like a scary doomsday way, but in a way to see if you're like ready to drop some of those thoughts, to really step into a new healing journey, to step away from the old way of thinking. um even just settling for less. You know what I mean? Like you might be wanting more, but it's your energy that's unmatching. Yeah, with the Two of Cups and the Seven of Swords to even confirm that it's something about like some sort of energy that isn't able to. I mean, or vibration that's able to like partner up with. I can't speak. I don't know why. Some of these messages don't want to come out. You could like someone like I don't know. This could even be like a throat chakra working too. You might even be scared or just not wanting to really focus on things like this. But that I mean, either way, it's okay. It's just this energy of like, yeah, you got it. This is a battle between you and you. With the Five of Wands and the Eight of Wands, this is all you. This is a fight between a past version of you and current you. You know. You know. There's something about you and like the way you hold on to things. This power energy, this need for control, or even just like I don't know. It's something about like how far you can get, but you're not there yet. And it's because it's like there's something within and within yourself, within your feelings, well, within your emotions on this one. Actually, hold up, because there's something that your feelings are trying to tell you by putting it in your emotions. So like you could randomly get like an emotional spike up, like randomly, oh, this and that, I feel this way, I feel that way, and it's manifesting that way to show you that you're able to overcome. You've made it past the point to where you see things externally, and you've made it to this point to where you're actually, referring to what they call becoming one with yourself, or just reuniting with yourself instead of becoming one. Um, but it's like you're on this path of really trying to piece yourself together. It's it's not that you think that you're a bad person or you think that you need work. It's just the fact that you really want to work on yourself. You want to be the best that you can, and this is that energy that we're like picking up on. And not a lot of people can do it because it's hard, but it's like the path has been laid out for you. The pathway has been shown to you. There's just a need to exchange and believe in yourself, especially believe in yourself, because there's something about wanting to call it quits or just not doing something anymore. There's like not an equal give and take in some sort of energy that you're doing anymore. And this could be like you had a hobby that you wanted to like take a little bit further because you're having fun with it, but you didn't go any further with the hobby. It's like spirit needs to really tap back into it. Yeah, I'm serious. Tapping back into that childlike inspiration, that imagination energy. We all have it. It's all there. It's just a matter of if you're going to use it to benefit you or not. And that's with this Two of Wands. That's kind of like this understanding is the world is in your hands. The world externally has its own thing that it's doing, and you have your own thing that you're doing, and the divine has its own plan with you. It's like everything's made for you to help you, and there's a need to realize that. And it's not from like an egotistical point of view, to a point to where it's like everything should just be handed to you easily, but you wouldn't be here unless you wanted to help, heal, to evolve, to learn, to help in some sort of way. And the only way you could really help is by helping yourself. And this could even be like just learning the lesson of letting things be, just letting things exist as they exist without defining them as like a good or bad or like a positive or negative way. Just placing, just observing it, not really doing anything else with it other than observing. And there might be a need to step into that observer energy as well. You might need a people watch I'm hearing that as well. There might be decent like people watching. I'm gonna shuffle 2 more times, Spirit, while we're talking to this deck. But there is something about like healing through observation that needs to take hand. This could be observation through like anything really, like TV, movies, someone, it doesn't even matter, but there's something that you're going to observe or you need to observe to obtain more of this healing energy that you're searching for, because it's an internal thing instead of an external. But we have change and transition, Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. The divine physician, Archangel Raphael. Thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body. Love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. The miracle of nature. Thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. Healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. Trust your vibes. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. Shine your light, Archangel Uriel. Thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. Clear your vibes with Archangel Metatron. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. Honor your beauty, Archangel Joiphil. Thank you, Joiphil, for helping me discover my inner and outer beauty. Trustworthy friends. Thank you, angels, for surrounding me with people that I can trust and love. Speak your truth, Archangel Gabriel. Thank you, Gabriel, for helping me to speak with integrity. Spirit animal. Thank you, Animal Kingdom, for blessing my path with love. Study and learning. Thank you, angels, for allowing me to see that every day is a learning day. Signs from heaven. Thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. Don't hate, meditate. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to love through meditation, always. And last but not least, enter power with the Divine Father. Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. And this is your little message that the Divine had for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you're wanting a reading or any of the other services that I offer, check out the description. It has my email as well as a Google link that you can click on that will lead you to a bunch of other services. If you want to be part of the Google group chat that we have, you can send me an email and as be added to that. If you're looking for bracelets for any type of like protection, any sort of intention work, there's a link for that in the description for Otter Spirit. You can use that and the code in the description for percentage off. Regardless, thank you all so much for being here. The likes, comment, share, subscribes, donations, energetic donations, or financial, it does not matter. I appreciate both of them, to the world and back, tenfold and forever. But I love you all so much, to the moon and back, tenfold and forever. I do want to mention this real quick. I'm gonna be I'm writing like 2 different books at once, or like getting the basis for them out. So expect some more books out. If you've been waiting on one of those, expect another book. And they're not like books, you know how they are. They're like little short like blurbs, but they're informational things in it. But I love you all so much, to the moon and back, tenfold and forever, and I will see you later.